Hi, I'm Kelly Vaughn, and this is Inside Indy. And as you know, we are in the midst of a pandemic, but no thanks to COVID-19. And of course, it's affected work, how we go to work, what we do at work, and school, how our children are impacted by this nasty, nasty virus and their ability to obtain their education. And here to talk to us today about those children who need an early start and have maybe been left out of the mix. It's Kim Fisher. She's with Waterford Upstart Program. She's the national spokesperson. Hi, Kim. How are you?
I'm doing as well as can be in these times.
Is it crazy or what? It's just
It is
maddening.
Absolutely. And it's very maddening for those of us who work in nonprofit and who see what's happening to young children right now, just in droves. The research coming back is showing these kids are definitely being left behind.
Okay, so let's talk about those kids. Now, we're not necessarily talking about children who are already, say, in kindergarten or first grade. We're talking about those who typically would be in preschool, right?
Right. And a lot of people don't think that age, 4 to 5 years old, is a time where they really need to be preparing for school. But research shows it is more important than ever because children's brains in the first 5 years develop 85%. And so that's most of their brain. So they are ready to learn. And what's even more important is that children should walk into kindergarten ready to learn, because what kindergarten teachers find is that they have children who are just all over the map in terms of what they've learned. They have children who are already on the path to reading, and then children who don't even know their letters and colors. And so it's really important to have all children start off ready to go.
Okay. So, where are most preschoolers right now in the midst of a pandemic? Are they getting the education that they typically would get?
Yeah. So what the research is showing right now, the answer to that question, unfortunately, is no. I work with a lot of school districts in different states, and not only are they not seeing their pre-K children show up to school, they're not seeing a lot of their kindergarten children show up to school. And, we don't think of that time period as being a big learning experience, but really, without them getting that early learning track, it really will be detrimental to the rest of their learning career.
Okay. Now, tell us about Waterford Upstart Group, what you are and how you work with these young preschoolers.
Yeah. So Waterford Upstart is an early learning program that's done in the home. We basically give parents the tools they need to become their child's first teacher. And during COVID-19, we've seen that is so important. And so what Waterford Upstart is, we have an adaptive program that the child uses 15 minutes a day, 5 days a week. And so it figures out where that child's learning experience is, and it fills those gaps for them. But the secret sauce is we also give parents the tools they need. So we give them a coach that will work with them, make sure they understand what's going on, kind of just be a sense of encouragement at times. And they also get push notifications to let them know how their child is doing, where they could use a little help, some fun ways to engage offline, and social emotional conversations they can be having with their kids. And during this pandemic, we know that is more important than ever before because children aren't socializing like they normally do. And so they need to be able to address their feelings. And so we give parents the tools they need to have those conversations.
Wow. Okay. So everything obviously is done online because you mentioned coach, and our minds, first we go to somebody physically being there, but that's not the case. This is something we do virtually, right?
Yeah, and the coaches they make phone calls. They will, whatever the parent needs, basically. They ask, do you like phone calls? Do you like text messages? Do you like emails? And they communicate with the parents in that way. We know parents are busy right now, especially more now than ever before. And so we want to be able to communicate with them in a way that works for them.
Okay. Now, most parents do not have a degree in teaching. So, and I would think they're a little, especially when we see some of the older kids, the homework they bring home, you go, oh my God, we didn't have this when I was in school. So how do you address those insecurities with a parent?
What's great about our program is that we've been doing this in the home with parents for 12 years now. And so we've kind of got this down to a science. The fact that COVID hit, we were already prepared to do this kind of work. And so what we do for the parents is we give them instruction. make sure you're listening into what your child is learning so you can hear that. But then those push notifications are really helpful as well for the parents that are busy, and maybe that 15 minutes is the time that they go and can cook dinner, right? So we give them the push notifications to let them know this is what your child is learning. Here's a fun activity you can do with your child offline. So we really make it easy for them. A lot of parents say they want to engage with their child. They just don't know exactly how to do it. Like you said, they don't have a teaching degree. And so we give them those tools so that it's easy for them.
Okay. Now, initially, when I saw the Waterford Upstart program, I was thinking you teach the kids directly, but you're teaching the parents only, or is there any interaction with the children directly by what you offer?
So sometimes the coach will check in with the child. It really depends on the relationship that they have with the parent. It really is based on that family. I've known of coaches who the parents will say, hey, they need a little extra boost. We call them and tell them that they're doing a great job. We will absolutely do that. But no, what the child gets is that adaptive program. And so it's fun, it's songs, they're learning their phonological awareness, phonemic awareness, letters, numbers, recognizing sounds, and they start putting all of those things together. And the average graduate of Waterford Upstart will enter kindergarten reading at nearly a first grade level. So it's truly this combination of giving them the tools that they need as a child to help them with that literacy, but also showing parents why it's so important for them to be engaged in the process as well.
Okay. So if I were to sign up today, walk me through that, and how young is too young to start? What ages are we talking about in regards to the young children?
So right now, in the state of Indiana, we are still enrolling children who will enter kindergarten this upcoming fall, so 2021. But we are also enrolling families whose children will enter kindergarten in 2022. So all you have to do is go to waterfordupstart.org. You fill out a form, you answer some questions. Now, in the state of Indiana, we do have restrictions because we are in a partnership with the state of Indiana. We are legislatively funded. And so we are looking for families who are 127% of the poverty line and below, those who are in rural areas and who don't have access to on my way pre-K. So we're thinking, the families that are outside of Indianapolis proper. Those are the parents that we're looking to reach. So the whole process takes about 8 minutes. And if your child is, a pre-K age child right now, they can get started almost immediately.
Wow. Okay. I love it. And I didn't know all the other detail about, being, basically ordained by the state. I love it.
Yeah. We're state funded.
Awesome. So now let's talk about 5 tips that you are offering to help kids stay on track for kindergarten during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah, definitely, because there are parents that aren't going to be able to sign up for Waterford Upstart. So the first thing that's really important is to read to them. This really updates their vocabulary. It gives them listening skills as well. And so as you read, think of ways to ask them questions like, what do you think will happen next? How do you think this character is feeling right now? And so not only does it engage their minds, it engages their curiosity at the same time. So reading, while you may not think of it as being a literacy booster, it truly is.
I love it. Okay. Any other tips you'd like to share?
Yeah, I'll go through all of them. Count.
Go for it.
I'll just ramble them off. Count to them. Make sure that you do that and count together. It's really important for children to enter kindergarten, at least knowing 1 through 10, 1 through 20 is even better. But this really is something that you can do with their favorite toys. Line them up and start counting those. And then you can also start adding in color and say, what color is this? Why are these two very similar? And so counting is something that you can do at home, and it's not very difficult. Another thing that's super important for children is to give them a routine. Children really thrive on routines. Believe it or not, they do. And so if you have a routine for them at home, when they enter kindergarten and they start that routine in kindergarten, it won't be as much of a shock to them because they're already used to being on a routine. Next, encourage curiosity. The kiddos will ask, why? And it can get a little annoying, but think of it as this is them learning. They are constantly learning. And so answer those questions and engage in that curiosity with them. That's going to be really great to prepare them for school. And then finally, like I said, COVID-19, these kids have not been able to interact with their friends quite as much as they probably should be at this age. So you want to make sure you're engaging them and asking them about their feelings. Find out how they're feeling emotionally. It's important to talk about feelings, especially when they don't have that ability to engage with their friends. So those are I would say the 5 tips that you could do right away, starting today, that would help them prepare, that doesn't cost you anything at all.
Okay, love it, love it. So let's wrap up then with reviewing the qualifications for
Yes.
those families who'd like to sign up, and how do they sign up?
Yeah, so qualifications are really simple. We are looking for families that are at 127% of the poverty line and below. We are looking for families that are in more rural settings and who don't have access to On My Way pre-K. And for those families who don't have a computer or internet access, because we know that that's been a real issue right now, we provide that to you as well if you qualify. So all you have to do is go to waterfordupstart.org, fill out that form. It takes just about 8 minutes to fill it out. We'll run it by FSSA, who is the academic body for the state of Indiana. When they give us the thumbs up, we'll get you started right away.
Okay, sounds good to me. Wow, this is an awesome program, awesome opportunity for those out there who are like, "What do I do?" And I can't take them preschool, and they learn, they grow, and we want them to keep learning and growing. We appreciate you so much, Kim Fisher with the Waterford Program, a national spokesperson. Thanks so much for joining us on
Thank you.
Inside Indy.
Okay, Dad. 1, 2, 3. You saved me. Dad?
Are you okay?
I'm fine, dear.
Your hero needs you now, and AARP is here to help. Find the care guides you need at aarp.org/caregiving.
Staring contest.
You still got it.
I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
And we're back here on Inside Indy, and we're all trying to get back to normal after a challenging time in our nation. And there are a number of surveys that found that nearly half of us stopped taking care of ourselves. Some of us have quit grooming ourselves on a daily basis. Many started smoking, and it's time, though, for us to make a change. Things are gradually getting better, recovering. It's time to make a comeback, folks. And here to help you take better care of yourself, to rebuild that confidence and self-esteem, is a very special guest with us today. She is here to show us an easy way to look younger, healthier, and feel more confident. So if your teeth are yellowing due to coffee, I am guilty. I'm a huge coffee drinker and latte drinker. Too much tea, red wine, or smoking, you need to pay attention to our guest today. She is Melinda Mckinsey, lifestyle consultant. She says that a wider smile can not only make you more attractive and take years off of your appearance, I know you're all for that, it can also have an effect on your career. And we can get whiter teeth in 5 minutes. I got to see this to believe it. So let's welcome Melinda Mckinsey.
So good to see you. Thank you so much.
No, thank you for joining us. We appreciate you coming on today to talk about our teeth.
Yes.
and what we can do to improve them. So you've got a brand new test that you'd like to share with our viewers about their smile.
We do. Here's the funny thing about when you meet people or when you see people even online, The smile affects people in a really big way, right? So let's say you come across someone and they smile, they've got great hair, great style, great skin, and their teeth are yellow and stained. All the other stuff kind of goes away. You focus on those teeth. So with this test, we're asking you, would you rather? And I think the test says, who would you rather kiss, but also who would you rather spend time with? Who would you rather work with? I think most people would really enjoy spending time with people that take care of their teeth.
I agree.
And again, it's such an easy thing to do. We're talking about Power Swabs today, how easily you can take care of your teeth at home, because this product was actually created by a dentist. That's why I'm really excited to talk about it. So it's like having the dentist's office at your house.
Okay. Now, looking at the photos, though, now I would assume 100% of the people prefer the person with the whiter teeth.
You know, here's the thing, but we also like to point out the person that doesn't have the whiter teeth, because that's the person we really want to reach out to. That's the person we want to let know, you know what, we can help you with Power Swabs, because you can actually whiten your smile in just 5 minutes, 2 shades whiter with Power Swabs.
So now let me ask you this, Melinda, is Power Swab really that easy and quick to use?
Yes, as a matter of fact, while we're talking, I'm actually going to show you how Power Swabs works. That's how easy. You know, if you go to a dentist's office, it's a lot of money and you're sitting in a chair, it's a lot of time. If you go at home and you whiten your teeth, there's a lot of choices out there, right? Most likely it's the gels and trays and you're kind of leaning over the counter trying not to slobber on yourself. Well, the great thing about Power Swabs is you can do it on the go. There are 2 swabs. One takes the stains out and one is the whitener. And the reason we have that is we want your stains to go away. We don't want to cover them up with the whitener. We want them to go away. So this whole process takes 5 minutes a day, and you're going to do it for a week. The first one, which is a stain out swab, the magic in this one is not only do I take my stains away, and as you can see, it looks like I'm just brushing my teeth. I'm just swabbing. But here's the other cool thing about this. While I'm doing this, I'm adding moisture to my teeth so you don't have that sensitivity. Have you gotten your teeth whitened and you go, my teeth hurt so badly, I can feel the wind blow on it, because it takes the hydration away. With Power Swabs, we're adding hydration. You do the stain out swab about 2.5 minutes, and look, there's no rinsing, no spinning. I go straight to the whitener. And here's another great thing. Not only does this work on your natural teeth, it works on any cosmetic dentistry. That means if you have a cap, if you have a crown, if you have a veneer, it's going to take the stains off so all your teeth can finally match.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So now you have some actual clips of people using the Power Swabs?
Yes, we do, because we want everyone to understand how easy it is, how you can do it on the go. Remember, it takes just 5 minutes after you use your Power Swabs, no matter what time of the day. Give yourself 30 minutes before you eat or drink so you don't have to worry about getting more stains on your teeth.
Okay, well, let's check those out.
I've smoked, I've drank coffee, I drink red wine. It makes my teeth darker. And using Power Swabs, it's made a difference. People ask me, what do you do to whiten your teeth? And I'm really proud to tell them that I use Power Swabs.
When I use these whitening strips, I noticed when I would drink, I would get this crazy sensitivity. It would go right to my brain, and I'm like, I hate this. So why do I have to go through the monstrosity of this pain just because I want to whiten my teeth? With Power Swabs, there was 0 sensitivity.
Wow, that's pretty incredible, Melinda. Now let me ask you this, because I'm a coffee drinker. We talked about that in the beginning. I love my lattes, okay?
Yes.
And I don't think I'm going to stop anytime soon. So, of course, can Power Swabs help a person like me who has that challenge of, their teeth being stained from coffee or lattes?
Yes, and thank you for asking that. I've been working from home for a while, so I have a tendency to drink more coffee too, because I'm home all the time. It's just sitting here. So the great thing about Power Swabs is we're taking those stains off first before you whiten your teeth. That means your teeth are going to stay whiter longer, and that's why I like the accessibility of it only being 5 minutes a day. And I tell people, if you haven't whitened your teeth in a while, or you've never whitened your teeth, take a picture before, because you're going to be astounded at the difference it makes.
Okay, and overall, how long does it take to get from point A to point B in using the Power Swab?
So we're asking you to do it 5 minutes a day for 1 week. So let's say you're busy and you forget, because the thing is, it doesn't matter if you do it morning, noon, or night. If you forget, no big deal. Just join in the next day. But by the time you're done, your teeth are going to be up to 6 shades whiter, which is pretty phenomenal.
Okay, now you have an experiment of some sort with an egg to prove your point?
We do. And I'll tell you the reason we do the egg is because the shell of an egg is very similar to your enamel. Your enamel is very porous. So what we did was we took this egg, and like you're talking about the coffee, we soaked it in coffee for 30 minutes, and then we soaked another egg in coffee for 3 hours. The reason we did this is to show you how quickly Power Swabs will take the stains off, because I don't know about you, but after I drink coffee, I don't run and brush my teeth again. It usually sets on my teeth. So this is a great way to show you how effective Power Swabs is to not only take the stains off your teeth, but remember, you're not going to have that great sensitivity, which I think is really important.
Okay. Melinda, there are so many other products out there. So what makes Power Swabs different? There's so many on the market now.
Yeah. Absolutely. You know, what makes it different is that it was created by a dentist. And I tell this to people over and over again. It has clinical results. This is a clinically proven product. So it is like having the dentist office in your home. He created it because he knew people wanted whiter teeth, but they either didn't have the time or the money, and they didn't want that sensitivity. And that's what really makes Power Swabs different from all the other whiteners out there.
Okay. Okay, so this sounds like pretty amazing stuff, Melinda. So how do we go about getting it? Do we call, go online?
Yes, there's so many easy ways to get Power Swabs. You can go to powerswabs.com online, or you can call the station, or we have an 800 number people can call, because here's the great thing. With Power Swabs, we want it very accessible to everybody. So we're offering a 40% off retail price. We're going to give you a 30 money day back guarantee, and we're going to give you free shipping, because we want everyone to know how confident we are that once you start using Power Swabs, you'll never go back.
You know, we were talking about me visiting the dentist recently and how expensive it was. So any idea, though, what it typically costs to get your teeth whitened at the dentist?
Yes, as a matter of fact, Dr. Ginniger that created this knew that that was an issue, right? So that's why he came up with Power Swabs. It's really 60% off what you're going to pay to go to the dentist's office. But remember, it was created by a dentist. And again, the most important thing is you're not going to have that sensitivity. I think it's really important once you whiten your teeth that you feel like you can go out and live your life and not worry about that great sensitivity.
Okay, now you mentioned it was created by a dentist. This was initially available only to dentists, right?
Yes, absolutely. You know, he was listening to what people were saying about whitening their teeth. So Dr. Ginniger offered it in his office only, and it became so popular that our company said, you know what, we need to get this out to the public. That's why you're going to get 40% off that retail price, because we want people to get their hands on it. And the other great thing about Power Swabs is, because it gets rid of the sensitivity, if anybody orders, they're going to add in this quick stick. Now, this quick stick is a nice boost in between. What this stick does is, anytime during the day, let's say you just had your cup of coffee, pop this open, you can put it on your teeth. Not only will it take the stains away, but it adds moisture to your teeth, so you're not going to have the sensitivity. And we're going to add this to the offer if anyone calls in and says they want to try Power Swabs.
Okay, that sounds like a really good deal. Now let me ask you this. So once I get past that first week, and then I see my teeth are whitened, how long does that last? Because I'm going to continue drinking my coffee, so do I touch up later? How does that work?
Yes, I love that question, because I'm not going to stop drinking my coffee either. So what Dr. Ginniger has done, has created a system. That's why you do this 5 minutes a day for exactly 1 week, because we're taking the time to take the stains off, so your teeth will be whiter longer. You will not have to go back and whiten your teeth for another 6 months or so, just like you had gone to the dentist's office. We want this to be nice and convenient for people.
Okay. So again, tell folks how they can get Power Swab.
Absolutely. They can go to powerswabs.com online. They can call the station, or they can call the 800 number. And remember, you're going to get free shipping, a 30 money day back guarantee. And we're also going to throw in this great little quick stick as a nice boost in between, because we want everyone to get their hands on Power Swabs.
Okay. Now, you know, I started off talking about how people have, in the last year, because of what's been going on with the pandemic, they've let themselves go. They're not doing their hair, and they're not paying attention to things like their teeth.
Yes.
So this is really a good way to start making that comeback, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, you know what? I'm so glad you mentioned that, because here's the thing. We all want to look good, and there's no question about that, right? You can exercise, you can style your hair, but this is a nice, quick way to get your foot in the door to start feeling better about yourself, because, you know, they actually did a study to see how teeth whitening makes you look younger, and studies have shown you can look up to 13 years younger with whiter teeth. And I can attest to that because I just had my 60th birthday.
You get out of here.
Yeah.
You are lying, girl.
No, I'm telling you, every little bit helps. And teeth whitening is, you'd be surprised how that changed your look just by getting that brightness on your teeth. And you can do it from home for just 5 minutes a day.
Yeah. So why do you think people put it off, though?
I'll tell you why. Dr. Ginniger was talking to his clients about this. There's this idea that it's expensive, number one, which it is if you go to the dentist's office. And then number two, it's confusing. There's so many brands out there. Which brand do you use? There's a type with the light, there's the gels, there's the trays. Well, with Power Swabs, because you do it from the convenience of your own home, because you're not going to have this sensitivity, that's what makes it stand out, because every other whitener out there takes the moisture out of your teeth. That's why your teeth hurt. With Power Swabs, while we're taking those stains off, we're adding the moisture to it. And I think people put it off because they don't want that pain.
Okay. Well, you know, you sold me.
I love it.
And again, I drink my coffee every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. So This sounds like the solution to me. And again, for people who want to give it a try, to look better, to feel better, to get that job, how do they get Power Swabs?
They can just go to powerswabs.com, and remember, we're doing a 30 money back guarantee, and you're also going to get free shipping, so you don't have to worry about that. You're going to get the great quick stick. You can also call the station directly to get the information, or just call the 800 number on your screen.
Okay, sounds good to me. Lifestyle consultant Melinda Mckinsey, who is 60. I would have never thought in a million years I'm going to have to go buy a truckload of this stuff.
It's changed my life. Honestly, I love my Power Swabs. It's easy.
Thank you, Melinda, so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
All right. And thank you for joining us here on Inside Indy. I'm your host, Kelly Vaughn. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
When they test you, stand firm and move only when you hear the seatbelt click that says they're buckled in for the drive. Never give up till they buckle up.
It takes less than 1 minute to find out if you may have prediabetes, and you can do it here. So what are you waiting for? Just go to the site.